Hello everybody, good morning. How are you? Did you enjoy your weekend? Did you do fun activities? I hope so. We are beginning a new week of activities. So let's begin, okay? Let's go to our daily routine. Who can tell me what day is today? Today is Monday. The first day of the week. What day was yesterday? Yesterday was Sunday. What day will be tomorrow? Tomorrow will be Tuesday. In which month are we? In April, the month of children. In which season? In spring, the season of flowers and birds. And how's the weather like today? Today we have 4 options. You will choose one according to the weather. Sunny, partly cloudy, cloudy or rainy. And the temperature. How's the temperature now? Very hot, warm, cool, or cold. Okay? And how do you feel today? Are you happy? Are you sick? Are you sleepy? Are you worried? Surprised? Are you worried? Sad? Hungry? Or annoyed? Remember that you have to do this page, our daily routine page, where you have to write your name, your short date, today's date, complete date, please. What's today's date? The date is, today is Monday, April 27th, 2020, okay? Then the weather, the temperature, and a beautiful picture of how are you feeling, okay? And then answer this question. What did you do on your weekend? Remember, you have to write at least 3 sentences. 1, 2, 3 sentences about what you did. If you want to write more, you can, but you have to write 3 sentences. Here is my example. I ate a delicious breakfast. If it was about the weekend, that means that we are talking about actions in past. So the verbs need to be in simple past, okay? Remember that we have regular and irregular verbs, okay? Now, what's our second activity? Our mental math. So go to your mental math page and get ready with your pencil and your eraser, okay? This time we are going to have additions with subtractions. Remember that you will have only 10 seconds to answer your operations. Ready? Number 1. 345 plus 15 minus 100. I will repeat. 345 plus 15 minus 100. Write your answer. Number 2. 216 plus 4 minus 10. 216 plus 4 minus 10. Very good. Number 3. 150 plus 45 minus 100. I will repeat. 150 plus 45 minus 100. Write your answer. Number 4. 509 plus 1 minus 400. 509 plus 1 minus 400. Write your answer. And finally, number 5, 308 plus 12 minus 300. I will repeat, 308 plus 12 minus 300. Okay, write your answer. That's it. We have finished with the mental math. Remember, take a picture of your mental math and send it to me. Now we are going to see this language thing, relative clauses. Okay, what are relative clauses? When we have two sentences that we are going to use to express an idea. Okay, we are going to join them with some words. And first we are going to watch a video. So pay attention, okay? On the relative clauses, we have relative pronouns. So let's see. Okay, these are the relative pronouns: who, whom, which, whose, and that. And there are other two. Again, who, whom, which, whose, and that. Who and whom are for persons, people. Which for things. Whose when something belongs to a person. This object belongs to this boy. That can be for person, people, or for things too. Okay? Here we have some examples. Okay, very good. Now, here we have other examples that I can explain you. The first sentence says, I work at a company. The company makes websites. What are we talking about? About a company. Company is on both sentences. So the second word company is the one that we are going to replace with what word? If we are talking about things, we can use, in this case, we can use which or that, okay? So the answer will be, I work at a company that makes a website, okay? That's how can we join two sentence with a relative clause, okay? With a pronoun. Next example, she is a sales clerk. She works at the store. What are we talking about, or who? About she. We have the word she on both sentences. So the second she is the one that we are going to replace with who. because it's a person. So the answer is she's a sales clerk who works at the store. Okay? Another example. I know a girl. I know a girl, exactly. Her name is Hanaku. What's the name of the girl? Hanaku. So the words that telling me that we are talking about the same, it's her and girl. So we are going to replace the her with a relative clause. In this case is whose, because remember that we say that whose is for possessive because the name belongs to the girl. I know a girl whose name is Hanako. Another, look at the dog. The dog is barking. We are talking about the dog. So on the second sentence, we are going to replace it with that. That, or it can be either which, even when it's better that. So the answer is look at the dog that is barking. Next example. Do you know that girl? She's waving her hand to me. So in this case, we are talking about she. Who is she? The girl. We are going to replace she with a pronoun that it's who because we are talking about the girl. Do you know the girl who is waving her hand to me? Next example. I have a picture. The picture was taken by him. We are talking about the picture. So we are going to replace that word with a that. I have a picture that was taken by him. If you can see, we are not writing the second subject. We are replacing it with the word that or which. So those are some examples. Now let's go to our page. What page? Page 82. Here says relative clauses. Remember, a relative clause is a phrase that gives information about someone or something. Remember, a person or a thing. We use relative pronouns that are who, which, that, where, and when. Here we have only 5 pronouns. Who for person, which for things, that for things, where when we are talking about a place, and when we are talking about time. Remember? Okay. Sometimes we use relative clauses to give information that is necessary to understand the sentence. Okay. Here we have an example. Do you know the girl? What girl? I know a lot of girls. That's why we use the second sentence. Who just moved into town? Who just came to live to Querétaro, for example. So the complete sentence says, do you know the girl who just moved into town? If someone just said, do you know the girl? You will not know who they were talking about. Now we know that girl who moved to town. Other times or sometimes we use relative clauses to give extra information that it's not necessary to understand the sentence. When this happens, you need to use a comma. Okay? So between the two sentences, between the two relative clauses, we are going to use a comma. Here we have an example. This summer, I'm going to visit Brazil, comma, where my brother lives. If I am going to visit Brazil, it doesn't matter if I give this extra information that my brother lives there. If he don't live there, either I will go to Brazil, right? So that's why it doesn't matter the second sentence to understand the first one. Like here says, if someone said, this summer I'm going to visit Brazil, you would understand that they were talking about without the extra information. Okay? Here we have other examples. The first one says, can I have the pen that I gave you this morning? In this case, we didn't put a comma. So that means that we need the extra information to know specifically what pen. Number two, my birthday was a day when everything went wrong. What happened here is, again, we don't have a comma because my birthday day was when something went wrong. Nothing was good. Okay? Next one, we stop at the field museum. I can understand perfectly that sentence that I went to the field museum, comma, which we had never visited before. I'm giving extra information. I never been in that museum. Next one. I love my best friend John, comma, who has written a book. I know a friend. I'm giving an extra information, that's why I use a comma, that he has written a book. Okay? Now, it's our time to work. The first exercise says, choose if there should be a comma or not in the sentence below. If there should be a comma, write it in the box. So if you need a comma here, you are going to put it in this box. If there should not be a comma, leave the box empty. Means that I don't have to do anything, okay? So you have to read your sentences, check if you can understand the first part or no to complete the exercise, okay? If you have any doubt, you can send me a mail to ask me, okay? The second part says relative clauses, the next page. We use relative clauses to combine sentences without repeating information. So read the sentence below. Combine the sentence using the correct relative pronoun. Watch out. Be careful with which and that. If there is no comma, we usually use that. That means that we can use another one, but in this case, we are going to use that with commas. If there is a comma, we use which. Example, I only like to cook food that is spicy. What kind of food I like? The one that is spicy. So that's why it doesn't have a comma. I like to cook Thai food, comma, which is usually spicy because it's not always, okay? So our sentence says, my favorite season is spring. Spring is the season when flowers bloom. Here I will help you a little bit. What are we talking about? We are talking about spring on the first sentence and spring on the second sentence. So take out a color and circle this. Remember, on the second sentence, you are going to replace spring with a pronoun that can be who, which, when, or where. Okay? Obviously, or that. Second sentence. I want to read the book. Steve recommend the book. We are talking about the book. So you are not going to write the word book on the second sentence, but after the first sentence, you are going to write your pronoun. Number three. Dan saw the Queen of England. The Queen lives in Buckingham Palace. We are talking about the Queen of England, exactly. On the second sentence too, so we are going to replace the second queen on the second sentence for a pronoun. Number four, I met the girl. We are talking about the girl moving to the house next door. So we are going to replace the second girl with the pronoun. Number five, sorry, I have a good friend named Tamara. We are talking about Tamara. Tamara is a chess champion, okay? And finally, did you take the bag? It was black and heavy. We are talking about the bag. On the second sentence, we replace the word, the noun, the bag, for a pronoun that is it. That's the one that we are going to replace, okay? So try to answer your exercises, both exercises, and when you finish, you will be able this time to check your answers. So this is the time to stop your video, do your exercise, and when you finish, you can go and check your answers. Here they are. Okay, there's the first exercise. You can check if you did the correct, you put the correct answers. Check what are sentences that need extra information and what sentences didn't need extra information. And our second exercise, here are the answers. So take your time, stop the video, and check if you did a great job, that I am sure that you did it. Okay? Very good. Now let's go to our active pause. You did an excellent work. You can stretch yourself, drink some water, eat a snack, and continue. Today we are going to repeat our words. Lesson 2. So let's listen and repeat after me, okay? No, after me, sorry, after the audio. Let's listen.
Lesson 2. The words you will hear are not necessarily in the same order as the ones in the book. Watch out for the missing word. Builder.
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 Sketches.
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 Energetic.
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 Slung.
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 Knowledge.
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 Encouraged.
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 Isolated.
Isolated. Isolated.
Modernized.
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 Microscopes.
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 Snipping.
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 Czar.
Czar. Czar.
Hammered. Hammered.
Hammered.
Wheelbarrows.
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 Wheelbarrows. And our missing word, alphabet. Repeat, alphabet. Okay, now we are going to answer this exercise. The first part says, it's page 24. These words are incomplete. Write the missing letter in the blanks. It's clear, right? We need to finish the words with the missing letters. The second part says, sometimes there are words hidden inside other words. Read the words and write the hidden words in the boxes below. Sketches. With these letters, we can have other words like edge or like set. Encourage. What words can you find in here? So let's write all the options that you can find and then answer the questions. Use the words from the list. Which words from the list were not included in the previous exercise? What words were not here? Because here we have 10 words and there were 14 words. So you have to write 4 words that are not here, okay? Second one says, which word have double letters? You have to write here the words that has double letter. And finally, the self-assessment. Reflect upon your progress in spelling and respond the following statements. I have improved my spelling skills by. What do you do to be better every day? 2. Can pronounce and learn your words. What is the actions that you do? On the second sentence, I need to practice, and you have to write the words where you need to practice or the things that you think that you need to practice, okay? So that's it for today. Please take a picture of each of your words that are page 82, page 83, page 24, your daily routine page, and your mental math. Okay, so you have to send me 5 pictures. Daily routine page, mental math, page 82, page 83, and page 24. Change the names on your file with your name, please. That will help me too much with your date. And try to send it before 6 p.m. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.